Welcome to LACEKICKZ.
Welcome to the Kickz and Soul Podcast Season 2.
What's up, guys? This is Dr. LACEKICKZ. Welcome to Kickz and Soul Podcast, and hope you guys enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Michael Williams here, checking in from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Peace and love.
What's good, everybody? Andrew Kahn, just north of Mike in Barrie, Ontario, representing for Canada today.
That's what's up. It's Lou, BKTAZ, Kickz, and I'm in Arizona right now, originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, we were just talking about Brooklyn before.
Brooklyn!
how it's like the main thing of New York. You gotta actually tell us more about Brooklyn. I haven't been there.
Man, you guys gotta go at least one time. It's like I have to really at least one time. You guys gotta go there one time. Food is amazing. The nightlife is amazing. When they say, you know, it's a city that never sleeps, it's the truth.
Mm.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's beautiful, man.
I guess we're gonna visit there one day, huh?
Make sure you get a chopped cheese from Art.
I gotta ask you guys a question. What do you guys think about what's going on with Travis at the moment?
Oh man,
It looks like
what's your thought about it?
A few older heads in here. I don't never listen to the guy's music, to be honest with you. Like a few tracks you hear the odd time, but I don't even understand how he got to where he's at, to be honest with you. Like, I guess Jumpman doesn't hurt, but I was recently watching a clip. Lincoln Park was doing a performance and some kids were getting stepped on, and they stopped the concert and they got the crowd chanting, like, what do we do if somebody falls? And the crowd was like, pick them up. And they made a thing out of it. And it was real simple. It actually hyped up the whole vibe of the concert. I don't understand how that didn't. I couldn't keep partying, watching people laying on the ground, and you're
it's crazy,
trampling all over them. But
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't necessarily think. I know he's getting a lot of heat for it, but I feel like it's really not his fault what these idiots want to do. You can't even go to a concert and have fun because people want to act, you know, they want to act all stupid and they can't control their liquor or the drugs or whatever it is, you know. So, I mean, I can't blame Travis for that, but I feel like he should have had a lot more control of the situation with the security, and I don't know, that was.
He had the mic though. He had the mic, right? Like
That's what I'm saying.
Clearly could have said something.
Yeah,
They had
you're right.
a timer ticking down from 30 when he got on stage. Like, they know that there's a ton of people there. Like, you're right.
And
though.
he's elevated over everybody. He's elevated over everybody on a stage, looking over people. And yeah, people pass out in their concerts or whatever, but it's like you got to put the onus on him a little bit. For these guys look at you like a god, quote unquote, right? Like it's like a cult leader. So they're gonna do anything you tell them to do. You tell them to sit down, they're gonna sit down. You tell them to stand up, they're gonna stand up. So yeah, on that aspect, you put the blame on him a little bit. You know what I mean? He could have definitely handled it a lot smoother and a lot better. But again, as you said, it's the people who organized it too, because apparently it was like over capacity, way over capacity, undersecured. People weren't going about things properly, and they told them to stop the show. I've seen a couple videos of people like paramedics and stuff telling them, "Yo, stop the show." But at the same time, it seems like it's a double-edged sword, right? Like you can blame one side, you can blame the other. It's everybody's accountable at that point.
Everybody's on the actual spot where to blame. You know what I mean? Because even the organizer, you know, even the people that set up the place.
I think it was Live Nation.
They could have actually made it like the where they have like a age certain of age to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was like a 10-year-old that was in there.
Yeah, or
Unfortunately,
9-year-old
I
as
think he
well.
passed away or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
as a like I'm not a parent, but like if I was their parent, I'm not. You're with me. I'm going in there with you or something. You're on my
Exactly.
shoulders. That we're going there. I'm not sending you alone with some friends or whatever. And go have a good time with these grown people.
I not to cut you off, but I went to a Travis Scott concert here in Arizona when he came here, and honestly, I wouldn't take my son to that.
True.
It's a mosh pit.
There's no way. There's no way I'm taking my son to that. Like, there's a lot of concerts that, you know, he listens to that music. He's only 15, but I can't just take him to these concerts because he's not ready.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's so a good point too, right?
Like 10 years old to be in a concert like that?
Yeah.
No.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Like Lace, you know, like you have kids, so
yeah. I wouldn't take them there, man. No way. Even if the ticket was cheap, no, there's no way.
We had to scrap for cash to go to a concert when we were kids, man. We were breaking into like
exactly,
you know, to get into spots. Like I couldn't even imagine dropping like $4 to go see, you know. And obviously the parents are helping out with that, but I mean, at the end of the day, Travis is pretty young himself, so
yeah,
it's hard to, you know, expect him to be like, he's got a lot riding on it, man. He's got
a lot,
you know, sponsors and his fame, and you could tell he probably wanted to be like, stop this, but he's like, what's going to happen to my whole career? And then, I mean, obviously it's not the best decision, but you can't put all that load on one cat.
No.
Yeah. That's not even in his 30s yet, right?
Because he had to make two decisions, either keep going or stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was in between a rock and a hard place, and like nobody knows if he was even under the influence of alcohol to where he wasn't even in the right mindset. Now, you know, artists just like sneakers. I'm a football player. It's like when you're in the zone, you black out yourself. You don't even think. You just keep going. Right? Like nobody can tell you nothing. Like no, I'm gonna keep going. So who knows what kind of mindset he was in?
He has people in place for that too, right? You got to think that there's people above him that are supposed to look after that stuff, and they should have pulled the plug. And I heard that the medical staff was so low, the supplies, like all the stuff that like in a worst case scenario you would need. Like even at a high school football game, they've got like an ambulance on board waiting, and maybe sometimes two, depending on the crowd. Like you can't. These guys are making a ton of dough at this. This isn't a nonprofit. This is, you know, that should be priority number one, because look what's happening, man. Sponsors are dropping the guy. His value is dropping. For what, like, you know, saving a couple bucks on a few extra ambulance, or, you know,
police staff or undercovers within the crowd, seated within security, like
even medical supplies, man. Like there was no defibrillators, there was no, you know, packs for that.
I gotta ask you guys this question, right? If you're in that position, put your position where you're Travis, right? What would you do in that kind of situation? If you're that famous and you know you have that money.
I don't live like that. That's like how you don't even know. Like we don't walk that life. Like you think about the responsibilities he has to more than just his fans, like the stuff that you don't see, right? He probably wanted to. Like I said, he probably wanted to, but he understands that like what he's had to sacrifice to get where he's at, like the compromises he's probably made with himself, things he wanted to do as opposed to things he needed to do to get there. You know, you get consumed by that. I bet you he had a lot of things running through his mind, and he's hoping somebody get in there and help this situation out. And at the end of the day, he's not very old. Like he hasn't, you know, he's been doing this for a while. He's been in that. He's been kind of guided through his whole career by other people helping him. So he's probably like, okay, like you guys got this, and it just got bigger than they could contain.
Yeah, like the thing is for me too is that like, say the right thing to do, we can all say the right thing to do is stop the show. 100%. Stop the damn show.
But he could do he could already do that.
Yeah.
And he has the money to do that. So
stop the show. But again, as you said, we're not him. We don't know, and it's like he's so used to his history is being a rager, mosh pits, living that rock star lifestyle. So he's probably used to seeing all these kids, you know, pass out from fainting or whatever, dehydration, whatever. And he's thinking, oh, it's just another day. It's whatever. It's another show.
Yeah.
And that's where he's between a rock and a hard place, because it's like, okay, yeah, they're fainting, whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to keep going. But in the back of people are like, yo, like people are dying here.
It's serious. Yeah.
It's tough, right? Like same thing with Michael Jackson. People were looking at, before he came on stage, people are fainting.
Yeah.
I don't think there was ever a show stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different crowd, King obviously. But yeah. But again, it's hard to judge the situation regardless.
Isn't Drake involved in this? I heard.
Say that one more time.
I heard that Drake was on this concert as well.
No, I don't think so.
Drake was there.
Drake was there. It was him. It was it was supposed to be Travis and Drake's show.
Yeah, so Drake did an appearance because it was Astro World, so it was Travis's, you know, little
but it's Travis's
festival, and Drake made an appearance, and now Drake's getting sued with Travis. Apparently, there's like, I've seen it today. I think it was like a couple hundred people suing both of them for like a total of like $2 billion or some shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
All for some money.
Yeah.
But again, it's hard to say who's at fault. That's the thing. Like,
exactly.
You can blame it on Travis, you can blame it on the artist, but ultimately, I think you have to put most of the blame on the organizer.
The venue, for sure. 100%. 100%. Like, you got to know that you got a star coming on stage. Like this guy,
a star of his caliber, and who's known for causing, you know, mosh pits and riots everywhere he goes. You got to be prepared for that. Like, you have to be. And his history,
like Limp Bizkit, essentially their career ended because they couldn't afford the insurance to tour anymore because so many injuries and deaths were happening. So this is the precedent has been set for these events like long ago. Like you should know by 100%. Now how it's going to go when you get a large crowd together, because it's been laid out for you by other people. So and that's not on Travis. Travis's job is to get them there. I'll get them here, I'll bring the music, and you guys handle the rest. So it's sad to see a guy go down like that. When the way you were phrasing it, Lace, was that should he have stopped it? That he did have the power to do that. But like you said, he's probably like, man, they're not going to pay me if I stop this. They're going to cut this if I stop this. And that second of thinking, you know, and then he starts seeing people acting. He may not have thought it was to the level that it ended up being, but at the end of the day, you can't stick it on him. And I hate to see his brand falling down or his stock dropping and getting sued for this, because those cats that ran it, that threw this party, they're like, oh, good thing that wasn't on me. Like, came back right out of the picture.
Because they got a big name on stage, so they're gonna put it on him.
Of course.
He's the bigger
name.
Gonna
take the blame regardless.
Oh yeah,
that's always how it goes. It goes like that for sports too. They ride the horse until the horse breaks, and then they get a new horse, right? Like, it's kind of sad.
Just a number, man. Just a number.
My other question for today is, what do you think about the MMA that's coming out, the Jordan 1 and the Jordan 3? How it's gonna affect the first shoe that they released?
The first shoe that they released? I don't think it's gonna affect it. I mean, what you mean? You think it's gonna jump?
Oh, go down?
Oh, I don't think it's going to go down. I don't know. Like, did the 10 go?
Joints right here.
It's a bit of a challenge when you think about it, because Jordan 1 lately has been the most shoe for the resale, right? For the most valuable thing, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, if they did that with the first shoe with Jordan 3, and now they're releasing Jordan 1, I think it would make a play on those, you know, on the first shoe.
I think for the better. I think the first shoe, you know, already being contentious for arguably the sneaker of the year from the day that it dropped.
And it's got story to it, right? It's got story to it.
I mean, it's a dope story.
Dope story. And this is what I meant. Like, this is what I meant, like how it's gonna go bad in a way because the first shoe had the story to it. Now, if you
They
look at
hooked
it,
them already.
yeah, if
They've
you
already
look,
hooked everybody. Like the
Yeah.
story almost doesn't even matter anymore. They've got everybody's attention now. I think
Yeah.
they are just driving the nail home by releasing that second one. Now it's like,
especially with the quality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just they've already made a name that they're dope. Now kids, these resellers, they're not going to look at the story. They're going to be like, whoa, people went nutty for the first one. They're going to go nutty for the second one.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
that's true. Which
what's
is
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy because with that shoe, when that shoe came out, honestly, like Lace could tell you guys, and if you look at my page, I have a few Jordans that mean something to me, but pretty much my whole collection is Air Force Ones. So
I noticed that, bro.
That is so New York of you.
Yeah.
The New York work move, eh?
But back to that shoe, like when that shoe came out and I read the story, I got the shoe because of the story. And I related because at the end of the day, I was raised by a woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was just me and her, just me and my mom's. So like I understand, like the story was super dope. So like it just made me want to get the shoe just because of the story.
Yeah.
So,
What are your thoughts on the next one then? Are you feeling the next one, or do you need to buy the story?
I'm not.
No?
I'm good.
Really?
But you're not a big, if you're not big on Jordan.
I'm not a huge.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge. Like you know how a lot of people like ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm not that person. I like sixes better than ones. That's me.
Each to their own, right?
Yeah.
But that's just me, you know. I like the 6, 7s, you know. But honestly, I wouldn't excuse me. I wouldn't get those ones. I think I'll let those pass. For sure. Like they just not. I don't know what you think about them.
So Mike and I are in a sneaker group of local cats in our area, and I was maybe the first one who said that every time I see them, I'm convincing myself out of them. Like my biggest takeaway is
I'm not
the suede one. Like there's only a few suede ones. I can respect that approach because I'm like, what is a suede one going to be like? Like they haven't done it in a long time. And then the liner on it, which is cool. But a suede, I just don't see it holding up. I see the problems in it, and I'm like, nah. I wouldn't be paying a rack for it. Like I'm cool.
No.
If I hit it at resale or on retail, I'd rock it.
So wait, you think I'm sorry to cut you off. You think that those ones they'll get that high?
I don't know if they're gonna get to so based on the background and the look, I don't know if they're going to get to the 3 level,
right?
But I don't know what the hype train is going to do to that shoe.
Right?
Oh man,
I don't know where the market's going to.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't think it's going to hold. I don't know.
It's hard, you know. We don't
know
know the sneaker game.
The one is like
the
one is a machine, man. The one is a machine. People eat that shit up, and nobody wanted ones when they dropped. And for like OG collectors, they don't care for the ones. Like it was like a nice thing to have because it was the first shoe. It meant something, but. Like you said, man, like I'm a 4 guy. Like 4s are my jam. Like 3s and 4s. I'm a 4, then a 3, then the 6. But I don't like. I'm not really like. They're not comfortable. They go with a lot of stuff, but they're like just a shoe I like to pull out. We look at them as our winter shoes up in Canada because they're high and they're leather. They're easy to clean and they're to the snow, right? Like
that's true.
But most of Jordans now anyway are fashion shoes anyway. You can't bowl on them.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
especially if you're paying $1,000 for them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Don't even want to walk the dog.
You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
I think that the 3s will go up in value as being the first iteration of the shoe, regardless. You know, everybody wants the OG silhouette, no matter what silhouette it is. I do like again, they got me hooked, right? Like I like the colorway of them. That's one thing that I really, really do like. And it's like, it's tones. It's they're not using yellow or really bright colors. They're just using subtle tones that can kind of go with everything depending on what you're wearing.
Right.
Like that.
The only thing is that it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for the material, the quality. Like that's the thing that's gonna be hard. Even with these ones here, like, you know, they're suede and whatever, and you can only wear them on certain days, certain outfits. Like they're very hard to pull off. Yeah, man. No, seriously. But I'm a ones guy. I'm 6'5". So for me, ones kind of fit my stature better than most.
Yeah, they're lows on you, bro.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I'm wearing forces at that point. Like that's just what it is. You know
They look like mitts on him, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, definitely. 100%. But again, like ones, they're not the most comfortable. You want to pick threes over ones for comfort all day, every day. 12s, 11s, same shit. But they're gonna sell out. They're not. I don't think they'll get as high as the threes, but they're gonna be higher than most ones on resale, I think. But I think it's gonna take over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll beat out like an Obsidian or like I think they're gonna trump the Shadows and because it is. I think collab power has a lot. And the hype, like I said, hype will drive something. I mean, this happens all over the board with everything. Right? People talk about it enough that you believe it or you want it.
Yeah.
You know? And the mass of the buyers aren't buying it because because they like it, or Nike ID would be blowing out every shoe, right? Like if people liked originality, they wouldn't be, you know, they want what everybody else has or what everybody else think is cool. So that's where I'm up in the air. I have no idea I can't see it trumping the 3, but the 3 is also a woman's shoe. So it's a little different. It's harder for 14, 15 sizes. It's I don't want to say it was trickier to get, but
it was. That was the 13. That shit sucked.
I have my wife. I got my wife a pair of them, and I was cool with that. Like I didn't need them. You know, I think they're a great shoe. I like looking at them, but like Mike said, it's a tricky wear. You don't want to ruin them, but even a woman's size, you can pick it up for just over retail. It's like $400 for the woman's pair. So, you know, it shows that the hype made it where it's at. So I don't know what they're gonna do because the one I feel was a hype beast, like a hype machine that kind of fueled a lot of where we're at right now.
Yeah, it's a safety shoe.
Yeah,
you do one, it's safe. It's a safe play.
Yeah.
And so I have two things. Where it's like, did they set themselves up because they set the bar so high? A, with the quality, with the threes, and 2, with the story in the background. So now they got to either beat what they've already done or land par with what they've already done. So
but
that's going to be hard.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing that these ones don't do that.
No,
they don't tell as loud a story.
Like they're those ones are just, you know what? They just, I don't know. They just want to put their name on the one. I feel like.
Exactly right.
Have we heard a story about it? Has anybody heard?
No,
I haven't heard anything yet. They might blow our doors off, man. They might drop and tell you some crazy thing. They don't want to overhype it too early, but
I don't know. You think? I don't know. I don't know. I think with collab, I don't know. I feel with this particular collab, the story is out.
Yeah.
They can't make another one for another release because
right now, I feel like they just, you know what? Let's just, everyone else is doing it. Let's get a one.
Yeah. They're riding the wave. They're riding the wave while the wave's still there. That's what I think.
But there's no comparing that one to that 3. That 3 is like,
that 3 is
crazy.
My only argument though is Virgil, his first drop was the Chicago one. I don't really know the storyline of that. Deconstructed one. It was an OG colorway, but he kept going with stuff, and the hype went crazy with everything. Like he was selling. He was selling. Like look at the 10-pack, man. There's like the Blazer. Blazers are going for $800 Canadian. Yeah. That's nobody would pay anywhere near that for. Name a other Blazer that's in that realm. Of price, right? Other than the Supreme Blazer.
Oh, the Supreme is crazy.
So, but like it's kind of the flip, whereas he took the one and smashed it, like the scene, and like, oh, now everything Off-White does is gold. Whereas I wouldn't say the 3 is in the hype world is looked at the same way as the 1. And Ahmad did all that noise with the 3, which like I feel that now they're going to come in on a 1, and people are already like eyes on it from the 3. Like I think that's where I'm at, where I don't know how high it could go, because
the bar's high already, man.
The bar's high, but they did it with a 3,
high,
and now they're doing it with a 1. Like I think people are going to get it in hand. Influencers are going to get it. They're going to tell you how crazy it is. You're going to see it on celebrities, and then all of a sudden everybody's going to go bananas, and then the story's going to get played with the promo video of like, you know, why he did the 1. Maybe it was his favorite one, or his favorite silhouette, or you know, lead off of the history of the 1. But
and the color tied into the women in his life, it might kind of it's like a burgundy, and then there was burgundy, right? On the So
I brought that subject up because see, we look at it different because we were in the game, you know what I mean? Like we look at it different than the younger generation. They look at it as
we look at stories. We look at stories more than anything. You need to catch us with a story, regardless. Like
that's what I mean with the value. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
value on the stage. But we only have guys. We only have less than a minute. I was gonna do. Do you guys?
Guys, you gotta stay tuned for the part 2. This was just the part 1, so make sure you stay tuned, and thank you all for listening.
Thank you guys, and catch you on the next episode of Kickz and Soul.